We got another key matchup this week.
Boy, do we.
A division rival game, NFC East, Cowboys and Eagles. I'm a Cowboys fan. Don't be angry with me when I say this. I like the Eagles in this game. Sam Bradford and that offense moved the ball extremely well in the second half of that game.
They did.
Against the Falcons. Now, don't get me wrong. They were struggling in that running game. DeMarco Murray comes back to town. He was the leading rusher for the Cowboys last year behind that offensive line, over 1,800 yards. He only rushed for 9 yards last week. He was efficient. 2 touchdowns, rushing and receiving. What are we looking at with the Cowboys?
I guess we found out it was the O-line, huh? No, we're looking at, of course, the offense. Tony Romo threw 45 times last week, something we weren't used to last year because DeMarco Murray was the workhorse. I'm looking to see that 3-headed monster at running back. Joseph Randle, Lance Dunbar, and Darren McFadden, all explosive in different ways behind that O-line. Missing Dez Bryant, looking for Terrence Williams to step up, Cole Beasley, Jason Witten in the passing game. With the late game heroics last week against the Giants, last second pass to Jason Witten. Without Dez Bryant in the game, I thought that was really great, showing that he does have the ability to be clutch. Also, how about the Cowboys defense? I was anxious to see how they were going to play without Rolando McClain and Greg Hardy, you know what I'm saying? Randy Gregory, first round draft pick, did really well. Sean Lee back in middle linebacker looking really good. I was really surprised by the Cowboys defense. Unfortunately, Randy Gregory out this week, out for the next 4 games. How do you think they'll fare against the Eagles offense?
I like the way that Dallas played against the Giants last week on defense. I thought they did really well. They held their ground game to just 100 yards. They held Eli Manning didn't throw a touchdown last week. Remember that. That's one key thing about that Dallas defense. Rod Marinelli is going to make sure they're here to play each week. He's not a slacking coach. He's always on that defense, making sure they run to the ball. I like that Eagles defense, though. And the problems they can present to Tony Romo without having Dez Bryant, who's still supposed to be out for at least 4 to 6 weeks.
We've been hearing 4 to 6, 8 to 10. As a Cowboys fan, I wish he could play this weekend, but we're just praying for a safe recovery. Hopefully he'll be back in 2 to 3 games.
But until then, Terrence Williams is going to have to step up. He'll be facing Byron Maxwell, who didn't play that well last week against the Falcons. Roddy White and Julio Jones both had their way with him. It's going to be a really good matchup.
Kind of biased, but I honestly think, wholeheartedly, I think the Cowboys are going to pull this one out. You know, in Philadelphia, I see the Cowboys winning this one 31-17. I think they still pull it out by 14.
The fan in me wants the boys to win too, but I just feel like the Eagles' offense is going to be really efficient against Dallas.
So, what would you say?
Both teams say there's no feelings between DeMarco and Dallas. I don't believe that. I do think the Cowboys do hold DeMarco. Not 100 yards rushing again for him. He didn't do too well last week. Eagles 27, Cowboys 24.
Right here on Mark Spot.